Hey guys, so I have an empties here. I have a ton of stuff. I know it's like an awkward time to film an empties and to have an empties, but I just wanted to share it with you because I had a lot of stuff left over at school from a different time before break, and it's kind of all just a big mess, and I have so much trash to show you. So these are some of my products. I'm just going to go through them fairly quickly. I don't want this to be a long, lengthy empties, so I'm just going to start in and just get right to it. So these are the makeup wipes that I've actually used up probably in the past 2 months or 3 months maybe. So the first one are the Simple Sensitive Skin Express Cleansing Facial Wipes, and a lot of people rave about these. I think they're okay. They're nothing amazing, so I wouldn't repurchase them or repick them up because I didn't find them to be my favorites, and I have other ones that I love instead. This aloe extract from Love and Beauty, which is from Forever 21. This is a 60 makeup cleansing tissues. By the time I got to like halfway through the pack, it was starting to dry up because it's such a big pack and that they don't stay moisturized that well. And overall, they're okay. I use them to take off swatches and other things. I didn't really use them for my face, so for other purposes, I think they're fine. But I think they do smell well, and I really liked them for other things, but not for like my face, if that makes sense. These are my absolute favorite. I have repurchased these and picked these up a ton of times. This is probably my third pack, and I also have 2 more like in backup stock. So this is the number 7 Boots Beautiful Skin Quick Thinking Wipes, and it's for all skin types. And it says that it removes even waterproof mascara. It's hyperallergenic, and it has 30 wipes in it, which I think is a decent amount. I think these retail for about $6.50 at Target, so I really love them. I just wish that they were available at drugstores and not just Target specifically. But I really do love these. They stay wet in the pack, and I just really love how they have this plastic clasp at the top, and I think it just locks in a lot of the moisture within the pack. The next one I picked up because I saw these, but I've never tried them before, and they are the Olay Fresh Effects, and I'm pretty sure they're decently new. I think they came out last year, but I just started to see them. So this is, it says Everything Off Deluxe Makeup Removal Wet Cloths. They were fine. They stayed wet inside. They didn't dry out. They cleaned my face off fine, and they come in 25. Again, they aren't that amazing. I think they are better than the simple ones, but I wouldn't race out to the store to pick these up. But they worked. The next are the Rite Aid Renewal Makeup Removing Cleansing Towelettes, and they come in a 10-pack pre-moistened. I really like the 10-pack because if you're going anywhere and you want to bring face wipes, but you don't want to bring 30 and you're just going for a weekend trip or something else, 10 is the perfect amount to bring. So I just love bringing these if I'm going home for like a weekend or a week. Then I just bring these because they're more travel friendly than the other ones, and they work fine as well. Now I'm getting into full products, not sample size, but just like full products. And this is Pores No More Cleanser, and this is by Dr. Brandt. It's honestly like $35, and this is 3.5 fluid ounces. It's purposely for oily to combination skin, which is why I picked it out and why I really wanted to try it out. But I used it all up, and not just on my face, because it literally burned my eyes whenever it got near my eyes. So by the end of probably down to here, when I got down to there, I decided to just chuck it and use this actually as a makeup brush cleanser, which I think works great. If you have cleansers that burn your eyes, or it's just like your face is too sensitive for it, then I would definitely use it as a brush cleaner, because you don't want to throw away the product, but you also want to get use out of it, and I just found that that worked for me. The next are 2 eyelashes. Both I don't have in the pack, which is really bad for me, but they're the Katy Perry ones. I think they were fine. I don't think they're any more amazing than the Ardell ones. They are a little bit more dramatic and full, but I really love the Ardell ones more, so I would not repurchase these. And the glue that's inside, I thought it might be a little bit better than ones that come with single ones, because I was running out of duo glue, so I just decided to use these, and I could not even keep my eyelashes on for like more than like an hour. It was very crappy glue, which I know for most of the time for our other ones, but I just thought since they were a little bit more pricey, they might have better glue with them, but they didn't. The next are these Revlon Sweetie Doll. I used these about 2 or 3 times. That's probably the most I'll ever use. Drugstore eyelashes, and these worked really well. I like them a lot. They were very, like, dramatic but not over dramatic, which I found to work really well with my eyes. The next thing is this travel size, and this is the St. Ives Oatmeal and Shea Butter Moisturizing Body Wash. I think it did moisturize. It wasn't anything phenomenal though, so I would not pick this up again, and it just says soothes dry, itchy skin, and that's what it looks like. It smells really good though, so that's always a plus. The next is my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Natural in Medium Plus, and when you hit pan, it doesn't really show it, which is kind of weird, but I really did like this. It lasted me probably about a year, going on and off between different powders, but I've had this probably a year, and it's weird because I didn't know I hit pan until I realized no product was coming off. But yes, I'm going to say this for Back to MAC because I am finishing up one of their blushes, which I'm very excited about. The next thing are two mascaras, one which I hated and I would not recommend. This was definitely a miss for me. I think in general it didn't do anything for my lashes. It might have made them a little bit darker because it is black, but it's Mineral Infused Mascara by e.l.f. and it just looks like this. This is what the wand looks like. I used it once for my tutorial and it gave nothing to my lashes. It wasn't waterproof, so it didn't hold a curl, and it didn't lengthen or volumize them, so I would not repurchase this, and I don't think it was even worth like $1 or $3 how much it costed, but I'm going to chuck this, and I only used it once, which is really sad, honestly. The next thing is this Mineral Fusion Minerals on a Mission, and this I think I picked up from Whole Foods or something like that, but it's in brown, but it honestly looks very black. The formulation, I really like this. I might use it a little bit more actually, but the formulation is great. It's not too wet, it's not too dry. It seems to be worked out perfectly for me, and it does volumize it, but to the subtle amount, which I think actually looks a little bit better than something that's over dramatic. I have two eyebrow things. One I really loved, one was okay for me. So the one that I really loved, this probably lasted me a month and a half, maybe a little bit more, and as you can see it's like end of its crank, and this is the Milani Easy Brow, and I really like how it had a spoolie and it had this is in dark brown, and it worked perfectly for me. I would pick this up again. I think it worked really good, and compared to the Anastasia, it obviously isn't as great because of the price difference, but I still think that it could be maybe a dupe or just an alternative, a cheaper alternative for kind of like the Brow Wiz. The next is this Revlon Brow Fantasy, and this just looks like this. I was really sad because this crayon part was really hard to sharpen, and the fact that they literally didn't give you that much crayon to start with. But the gel was okay. It was tinted a little bit, but not to the extreme that I would have wanted it to. I'd rather have it a clear or a really pigmented brow gel, but it was okay. I did use most of it up, but it wasn't anything that I would go out and pick up again. And the next is a Jingle Bellini, and I got this probably 2 Christmases ago, which is kind of gross, but I wanted to use it up, and it's just a mini body lotion from Bath & Body Works. It smells like very fruity and pretty good. I don't know. I wouldn't run out to purchase it. It wasn't my favorite scent, and I have a ton of these to still use up in the future. The next one is my favorite concealer. Sorry, I was going to say mascara. But as you can tell, I used up the very last bit of it. But it's just the Maybelline Fit Me, and I actually have a blog post on this if you want to see. It has reviews, swatches, and pictures. So I will link my actual blog. I will link it down below so you guys can check it out. I would really appreciate it if you saw it, because there's a lot of things I don't talk about on YouTube that I do mention in my blog, that I do other reviews and stuff about, and first impressions. So it would be really nice if you guys went over there and just kind of saw what my blog was all about. I have one nail polish thing, and it's actually the Sally Dries Instantly Top Coat, and this I probably used 3/4 of it up. It's just getting very goopy. Top coats normally do. It's nothing really different. And this was okay. I think it was pretty great for just a drugstore one. I do like the Seche Vite one a lot, but this one still is fine. I'm not too picky about top coats, honestly. I have this e.l.f. cream eyeshadow just because I'm chucking it because it literally dried up so much, but I've had it for like 2 years, so I didn't doubt that it dried up. The next is this Tarte Emphasize Amazonian Clay Waterproof, and I basically used all of this up. You can't really tell because it's hard to see how much product you use when it's in a little pot and it's a cream eyeshadow. But I used up like basically all of this. I love the formulation of these. I would definitely recommend these as a more higher end cream shadow, but it's absolutely perfect and it's in shimmering golden beige. So I would highly recommend that. The next are these little packets, and I'm going to actually divide this video up in 2 parts because I have a ton to show you guys. So these are whitening dental strips, and these are actually the Rite Aid brand versus the Crest whitening strips. So I tried these out. I am still trying them out. I actually just used them for today, and I have 13 more days to do them, and then I'll show pictures of before and after and just review on that too. The next is a Miracle Deep Conditioning plus Keratin, and it's a 10. It was okay. It wasn't anything that I would run out to get, plus these are like $26, which I find is kind of expensive. I finished up another one of those. I finished up the Crest one, and it's in Gentle, so it was only a 5-minute one because honestly I think my teeth are pretty white, so I don't need to whiten them too much, but I still like to. And then the next is the Miracle Hair Mask. I liked this better than the Deep Conditioning one, which I thought was kind of weird because I thought it would be vice versa, but I like this. I think it would be a dupe for the macadamia or natural oil hair conditioner thing that comes in the green tubs. I have some nose strips and face strips from Biore, which I really do love. I think they're just great. They're very relaxing, and they kind of make a mold and a cast on your nose and face, which is kind of cool, and I just really like them. The next is a Living Proof Restore Mask. It was okay. It wasn't anything great. The lady at Sephora did say that it was like her favorite hair mask that they have, but it didn't wow me. The next is a Flower Bomb, which is just right here, which I am slowly but surely finishing up. It's like all the way down there. It's amazing. I am definitely purchasing this. It is really pricey. I think that the cheapest one is like $60 or $80. I'm not really sure, but it's very overpriced, but it's an amazing scent, so I definitely would purchase that. I finished up 200 cotton balls, and I just love getting cotton balls in big bulks. I also finished up these applicator sponges, and there are 100 of the little wedges, cosmetic wedges. This Total Repairing Conditioner, which I did like. I like it better than the shampoo that they sell by this Total Repair 5. But I really did like it. I don't know if I would repurchase it. I kind of get bored with conditioners and shampoos, so I probably want to try out a new one before I went and bought that again. I've tried this 3-Minute Miracle Strong, and this is new, and it's kind of, I don't know, I thought it was really interesting because it was strong and it was just a different packaging, but it literally worked the same as the regular one, which I absolutely love. I finished these two. This one is the shampoo, and this is the sulfate-free Color Protect Moisturizing Shampoo in Rosemary and Juniper. It was okay. It wasn't anything amazing, but I did love the sulfate-free Color Protect Moisturizing Conditioner in Rosemary and Mint. This smelled absolutely amazing. I would repurchase this. Actually, this is my friend's, which I finished up, but I definitely would buy that. I finished One A Day Vitamin Craves, which I absolutely love them. I finished up some tea lights, which I'm not really going to show you, but I kind of saved them. I don't really know why. And there's the 100 cotton rounds. And then 2 candles, which were actually from like a couple of months ago that I didn't ever show, is the gingerbread and this sparkly cinnamon I just finished up the other week. They both smell amazing. Gingerbread's probably my favorite from Yankee Candle. I've been starting to use Yankee Candles a lot bit more than Bath & Body Works just because they hold a scent longer and their burn time is way better than anything that Bath & Body Works really shows. I have some perfume vials that I used up, but I'm not really going to go through them because they're just samples, so it wasn't anything that I would repurchase. The next is this Mint Rose Filthy Pussy. I just thought this little graphic was the cutest thing, and this is actually from Hawaii, and it's handmade there, so it was really amazing. It smells amazing. I'm still using it up right now, but it's still in my shower, but I love it, and I would repurchase it if I could, or if I went back, I would just take a ton of those soaps. They're absolutely amazing, but it does say a website, so I'm going to check it out there. That is all of my current empties. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Actually, I have one more, but this is the Suave Kids. I'm actually finishing this up now. I probably have like 2 or 3 more uses, but it's just the detangling spray in